morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back. As you can see, I am in my new spot. I can't quite get things right yet, so I guess it's going to take me a few days to try and bring everything back into some sort of perspective. But for the most part, I'm unpacked, and apart from things like crystals and things like that, most of my stuff is out of boxes now, which is awesome. All right, just a couple of things before we go any further. Firstly, a big thank you, obviously, to all of you for your support, your love, your kindness that you give me along the way. It never goes unnoticed, let's say. I am still doing personal readings. I am open for personal readings. You can book www.theaussiegoddess.com through the shop option. I'm quite happy for you to contact me directly if you're having any problems or issues with the site, but I do ask that you go through that way first, mainly because it schedules everything as well and takes a lot of, I guess, stress off me that way. And the third thing is I am at Shell Harbour this weekend near Wollongong, next to Wollongong. So if you're in the area and would like a reading with me, I'm there on Saturday and Sunday. If you've had a reading from me and you want a reading from another psychic, I can guarantee you all the psychics there are really pretty impressive. So yeah, come along. Even if you come along, just wave or say hello. If I'm not reading, I'm more than happy to say hello to you. And I really enjoy doing the fairs, and Shell Harbour, of course, is like home to me. So I'm really excited about doing that this weekend. I think that's everything. Now I'm going to have a little bit of a go at trying to show you the cards today. So have patience with me. I probably may move around a few times before I get in the right spot, but this is where I am for the time being. All right, let's have a look and see what's going on in the universe. Oh, sorry, my deck's upside down. Yeah. Okay, Ten of Swords coming out of the gate. It's funny, I watched somebody on the other day talking about this being sort of the end, the finish of something. Well, it's not actually true. The Ten of Swords comes as part of a cycle in the tarot, so it usually means a phase of something has come to the end. Sometimes it can mean that you've given up smoking, you're on the way to closing down something in your life that is no longer serving you. For me, it often comes up when we've sort of got to the end of some sort of negative cycle. The swords do represent, the spoken word. And sometimes this can be seen as betrayal. So it could be the end of gossip. You may have pulled that out of the life you're in. It might be the end of you thinking negatively about something. But whatever this is here, it's sort of the end of a phase in your life. It's something that you're not going to return to. It's done and dusted here. All right, and you're walking away with the Eight of Cups. Again, it's so funny because it's quite high up the camera, so I'm sort of getting used to the height of it. Eight of Cups says to me that you're done and dusted with something. It's no longer bringing you the emotional satisfaction anymore. This doesn't necessarily mean like the end of a relationship. It could mean that you're walking away from a situation that perhaps you've felt not listened to, or that people aren't listening to what you're talking about, especially with all those swords. But you could have also been in a very negative environment as well. So whatever it is, you're definitely walking away. Well, that's interesting. So the Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. And like I always say, I don't read reversals, but I honour them. The Ten of Pentacles upright tells us that, there's abundance there. There's everything we want. But whatever you're walking away from, you haven't found what you were looking for. So whatever situation you've been in here, it hasn't brought you the joy and happiness that you thought it was going to bring you. That means that the joy and happiness hasn't gone anywhere. It just means it's not coming from this particular situation. In fact, with the Three of Swords here, I feel like you're walking away from something very disappointed that it hasn't worked out the way you wanted it to. Now, the Empress here. So first off, you could have walked away from a relationship here. Now I see the Emperor. It could be that you'd invested all your time and energy in this person, but maybe it just hasn't worked out the way you wanted it to. Let me just switch, yeah. There's been a lot of conflict. And there's certainly with the Nine of Wands here, there's been this idea that maybe you've tried different things. Maybe you've put a lot of energy into something, but it still hasn't brought you that satisfaction. But what I love here is that you are closing it down. Now that may sound very positive, but for me with this Five of Wands, Nine of Wands energy, I don't think it's been a really good ride for you here. I feel like here it's been a constant battle. So either you've been dealing with somebody, it could be somebody at work, it could be a manager, but it would definitely be somebody in a higher position. It could be a father figure or somebody, it doesn't have to be male or female. It could be somebody here who exerts dominance. And I feel like here, whatever this is, it just hasn't gone the way you thought it was going to go. And I do feel you're walking away from something that perhaps you saw as abundant, but now you're realizing that you've put a lot of energy into something that perhaps is not really what you thought it was going to be. All right, let's get right into this reading. This is the challenge, right? Okay, look, you can see the cards quite well there. All right, we should have that there though. All right, I don't need to shuffle them again. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands coming out here. The Eight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Now, considering we both have the Aries and the Cancer card in this reading, what I'm seeing here, I feel, is somebody trying to offer you another go around, another opportunity. I feel like you're walking away because you haven't seen the results you wanted to see. But I feel like somebody is about to come in and offer you another opportunity. There appears to be some sort of communication here from somebody who now wants to move further forward in the future with you. Somebody who sees the future. And maybe that just wasn't happening before. I feel like this person's most likely had some sort of change of heart here. Because it seems to me this brand new opportunity is moving you quickly. We have two cards that imply something is moving forward quickly. And I feel like it's certainly the future here. All right, Seven of Wands, Magician, Six of Swords. Okay. I feel like you've never given up though. So whoever this person is that walked away or you walked away from them, you've never given up. I feel like you've been trying to manifest this. Absolutely. I feel with this Six of Swords, you had no other option but to sort of move away from it. I don't think that the energy of this relationship or whatever it is for you has really been what I would call productive. And I feel like whatever you've done here in walking away from this situation, you've created something brand new here. I do want to check Nine of Cups coming through. There's definitely a wish being granted, but there has to be a lot of change. So you have major arcanas here, really potent major arcanas. So we have the Magician, which implies that you've put a lot of energy into manifestation. And Nine of Cups tells me that you are going to get your manifestation. But when I see the Death and Justice card together, I feel like some sort of cycle had to close out in order for you to move to a new phase. I just want to make sure you can see all these cards nicely. Whatever this is taking you into a brand new beginning here. I'm going to get some more information here because I wonder that we're not seeing the past with this. There was a situation here that came to an abrupt finish, closure, no matter what. You walked away, and that's confirmed with the Six of Swords here. I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, that there was an energy you were not getting the abundance you thought was coming to you here. In fact, I feel like it may have caused you a great deal of pain to walk away. I don't feel that you walked away from this person because you didn't want to be with them or you didn't want to work with them or whatever else. I feel like you had no alternative. Whoever this person is here has created a lot of conflict with you here. Look, quite interestingly, you have the Four of Cups in reverse here. But the energy here says to me, somehow or another, you had faith and trusted this situation. I feel like it was very full of conflict. I feel that here you felt like you were going around in circles with something. But I do see here that even though the disappointment was there, there seems to be this energy of having trust and faith that something better would come. And you may have walked away sort of thinking you could go to perhaps another situation or maybe look for something new. So if it was a job, you may have been comfortable walking away thinking that you were going to perhaps find something different, something new. But what it feels like to me here is that that particular situation, if that was a relationship for you, I feel like another offer is on the table here. But this time around, I see things differently. I feel like this person has had some sort of realization here that there is a future to this situation. I see communication coming in. I see forward movement very rapidly. I also see an understanding here that things have to change before you move forward. The Justice card tells me actually perhaps a cycle had to complete in order for you to move to the next phase. So sometimes with that Ten of Swords, it just means the phase you were in has come to completion, and now you're opening the door to a brand new opportunity. So let's just have a look. The Justice card. That Ten of Swords has come straight back out again. So for me, now you're looking forward, you see. Things are moving forward very quickly, and there's a victory card here. So whatever this situation is here, if you're relating to this situation, that first part could have been something that happened a while back. If this is in relation to a job or work, I feel like somehow or another you're being encouraged to come back. So maybe you weren't offered enough money in the first place and you're being given an opportunity to perhaps come back at a higher rate of pay. I feel like here the Justice card over the Nine of Cups is really nice energy. I feel like somehow or another something is coming to you because it was meant to be with you. I feel like somehow or another you couldn't see this before, but now it seems to be coming out in the wash. I really like this reading. It's beautiful. All right, let's read a card. Oh, we're going to read from this particular deck. So we'll read from the Starseed Oracle here. Surrender to the sweetness. Okay, let's have a look and see what this says. Surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy. Venus energy. Surrender to the sweetness. Pleasure, joy, make love to life. This is a sensual, highly feminine card. It's a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever-abundant feminine take over, to taste the fruits you've been working so hard to grow, to let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder, to get intoxicated on the simple bounty that this planet has to offer and which you have within you when your well is full. The ancient Babylonians connected the feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus, and in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty. In our night sky, aside from the moon, Venus shines the brightest. I feel like here, sometimes we can get disconnected from, our purpose, our lives, or what we want to have in our lives. And I feel like here, this is definitely about you reconnecting to something that brought you a lot of joy, but maybe you weren't feeling that the other party, whether that was a workplace, a job, or a relationship, was really as invested as you. And I feel like this time around, you're giving yourself an opportunity to really see if you can sort of get back from this situation, what you're putting in. There is a really strong feeling here. Whatever you're being offered this time around is very future focused. 2 and 3 of Wands both here. So I feel like there's a great anticipation. But this energy here, after that closing down, this energy here tells me, with the victory card, 6 of Wands card here, there's going to be rapid movement towards the future. So I feel like whoever this person's coming in, it may be that they're offering you a commitment here rather than just sort of sailing through things. So maybe you've been with someone for a long time who really wasn't committing to you. And I feel like there's been some sort of change here. But ultimately, for you, this is about connecting with your feminine wisdom. So it's very much about us recognizing the joy rather than the pain. So a real call for us to stay in the attitude of gratitude rather than fighting against the grain. It says here, we strive to build the life of our dreams, but drive ourselves to exhaustion. This card is wooing you back to the pleasures of being human, to focusing on what really matters and enjoying your incredible life. So I feel like somehow or another you're reconnecting with somebody here, but maybe this time around you're sort of getting what you need from this situation. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.